So yeah, for the sake of modesty, I went to ice the coffee. You know what I mean? I was really enjoying the hot coffee. I actually turned the coffee pot off just so it cools down even faster. But I went to the iced coffee just for the sake of modesty, because it's like not super high here at all. But with the actual hot coffee, it makes it a lot hotter. So I would have to not even necessarily take my shirt off, but actually like put it around my neck at least. So I like it like this though. So it's like where in order to keep it like this, I think the iced coffee would really help. So like I said, it's still probably I didn't check right now, but it's like still for the most part like dark outside. So obviously it's been dark all night, so it's kind of like a little bit cool out here. Sometimes it's still not cool out here, but still it's nice and cool out here. So I went to bed though too. It was like I went to bed like a little bit around 8 though, like straight up like it was 8 like I was in bed at 8 already before 8, but I actually went to bed like at sleep. I mean like I actually dozed off and stuff, a little bit after 8. So and woke up like like around like pretty much exactly like like 4:50 this morning. So time is I don't know what time it is still. It's like I'm here. So but for the most part though, what I was saying was like the whole patience thing is funny, but I remember what's his name? I don't remember his name, but I remember his name in the show like Hakeem from that movie Empire, show Empire, which came up like recently somewhere. But anyway, that dude Hakeem in Empire. Um, if you're familiar with the show, 'cause even like like I remember when it first came out. I didn't watch it when it first came out, but I watched like I watched the first season. Not even the whole necessarily first season, but I kind of did get that. I think I did get the first episode somehow. So, but I didn't watch it. I don't even know if I watched the whole first season, but I didn't watch it past the first season. But so I'm familiar with some of the characters at least. I mean, so anyway though, but I'm talking about him in like real life. I seen an interview. He was like, I was making talking about how little it was. I was making $200. I think was at Pizza Hut per week. So pretty much for the most part, without getting into the numbers specifically, I'm making like for like the past like because like I said I haven't worked an actual typical job since 2015. Like I mean like mid 2015. So it's funny. So yeah, it's like it literally is a solid 3 actually probably plus at this point. I mean maybe exactly around because I probably did actually like around this exact time like around June-ish. Probably like early to mid June or something like that. But no later than July something. But still, it was like around this time where I just bounced. I mean, so um, I can even tell you a story about that. Interesting story. But beyond that, I was kind of get to it. I kind of just want to tell like the bullet points right now. When I have like more time to actually get into actual topics like later. Because right now I'm not trying to talk too much at the same time. I do want to kind of break this down about the moving slow and stuff like I've always had like I won't say pressure, but yeah, like my parents like in a sense getting on my nerves. Like I mean like do something. Like you have to do something. Like so it's funny, but I actually did go to college. Um, so I didn't worry about it. I did go to college. Like like I said, I stopped working like for the most part like 2000, and even that, I only worked in 2015, um, pretty much February to like June or something like that. It might have been even March, but it was like it was definitely like like maybe even late February I started working. I mean, but it might have been even like more so like Marchish. I mean, like sometime in March, like early to mid March. But I gotta kind of let me see. So yeah, interesting stories in that kind of sequence and how that panned out. But yeah, like and then for the most part before that, I was working on another specific place, which was actually that was great until they kind of moved me to a different location. And that's kind of where I was like, all right, I'm done. You know what I mean, um, for the most part, I ain't really give no notice. I didn't give no notice those past two ones, but the last one It was like, around probably like, it was like late. I mean, it was after September, but probably like it might have been like, maybe like even just like in the summer, but it was probably like, it was like, around September, when I started, something like that. I don't know exactly the date, but like September-ish, like 2013. I did that only a few months too, but like pretty much like, sometime in 2000, I probably say like winter. I mean, so like, like winter, 2014, I bounced in there too. But that was like amazing. But anyway, so yeah, but my parents have always been like, gotta do something, gotta kind of like, the typical like, what the people say, either work or go to school. Yeah, I mean, so you know how that goes. So and then like, just even like the girl, just knowing I want to, even just my own type, like kind of thing, like Lord, I need a blessing. I mean, maybe that a blessing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I knew I needed to do something, like even just self kind of, just personally, because I did want to provide for the girl, obviously just her, like even just even like I said, like her with the move and stuff, like I knew I needed to do something, but it's like, and that's crazy. For so long, I didn't necessarily know what I was gonna do. I mean, um, at a point, I was like, because the Lord said, I'm gonna be a billionaire before I finish school, before I finish college, whatever. But I still ain't in college, but that was one of the motivations to go to college. There was more so mainly the girl, but um, yes, I was going for IT for a little bit, information technology. So at least I thought like, I was like, I was actually the classes were, pretty simple, but that was up north for me. It's like, Massachusetts, whatever. They were like, it was like, it was actually pretty, it was going pretty well. But then, we moved, so it's like, it got kind of different when we moved. So yeah, it was actually going actually pretty darn well. You know what I mean? Up there, I only did about, like 4 to 5 classes. I passed. I mean, I was taking like, I think like one at a time, but there were also like 8 week ones. So I did a few 8 week ones. One I got like an F maybe, one I got like a D. And that's the first two. So I was actually on like academic probation for it. Um, like soon as I started for the most part. I mean, like the semester right after I started, I got an honor. But then like, the next one, I got next class I stepped it up, got an A. But it was like a bunch of technical difficulties and technical. Even the teacher got like, fired me, like, 'cause he was a professor in a sense. I mean, that's really a sense anyway. But yeah, so next class I got an A. Next after that, it was like, I got like a few A's and maybe a B, but it was like no lower than B ever. I mean, so I passed good in my classes, so it was cool. But then moved out here, whatever. They didn't even have IT. I don't think I think they might have IT, but it would take me like 25 classes as opposed to like just like the normal, I guess, liberal arts, whatever. That it was term, but as opposed to the kind of like just normal kind of classes. It was like it would take me 12 of my classes. So I went with I changed majors again, but yeah, I know that um, it's a long story, but just the patience, bro. I actually have a real type of like heavy patience. I was always like, I knew the Lord would bring me something. It's just like damn. At times I just got impatient. Like yo, like I don't know. It's like Lord, I need it. I mean, like I don't need it. It's like damn. Like, I mean, it's like I know it's coming, but just like mm-hmm. So this right here, you can see recording right here is like a super blessing. Cause even just like um, even just my parents alone, even the girl that's like I'm proud of. But even just like my parents alone, I mean, they'd be like they might bring some stuff up, occasionally, like like school or something like that. They definitely bring up school for sure, but um, um, I don't know about work as much, but just they'll still bring up stuff, but it's definitely not as much, like it's like, it's not as stressful like as it was. I mean, like, um, before when I was kind of just like, but I was always saying too, like with the little money I get, like I said, like, it's even like, a good amount less, what I'm saying? Like, I was getting half of like what I said, like, what's his name? Dude, I came from the show, was getting at Pizza Hut, like, in a week, I mean, like, yeah. on some weeks I was getting half what I was making at the local grocery store, like even part time, less than half of that, and like half of that, just like so, not making super amount of money. I could make more money on a job necessarily, but at the same time I would have to put more time in, like like trade my time for money. So that was like it's called overworked, underpaid, and stuff like that. But right back.